This live will be used, or the videos in this live will be used for the purposes of fair use only. Okay, so they're for teaching purposes. Now, this is under the Fair Use Act. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Come on in here. Have a seat. Peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation, man. Y'all please like it up and share it as you come in, man. Please like it up and share it as you come in. Just trying to see if I'm everywhere that I need to be right now. Okay? Let me see if I'm everywhere I need to be. Or the videos in this live. Okay. Aroma Baby, welcome to the live. Abby Dishaw, welcome to the live. Tay, MSF Gamble, welcome to the live. Quee Daniels, thanks for the Nash reflection. Graceful Heart, thanks for the, welcome to the live. Jackie, welcome to the live. Lamar Mills, welcome to the live. Latoya Green, welcome to the live. Naomi Rochester, welcome to the live. You say, Aroma Baby say, I brought all the stones you have. I know, they should be on your way now, Aroma. All the stones on the website. Now, I'm going to be doing some more promoting when it comes to the crystals and the natural herbs and sages that I have, okay? So y'all be looking for that so y'all can learn the website. Love Shanice, welcome to the live. Cold Cuts, welcome to the live. Dee Dee, welcome to the live. Thea Grace, welcome to the live. Exotically Bold, welcome to the live. Deborah Ellis, peace to you, reflection. Jezreel Lily, thanks for the hearts, goddess. Tamara, welcome to the live. Anaya, welcome to the live. Shonda Thomas, welcome to the live. Warren Bearfield, welcome to the live. Akita, welcome to the live. Man, y'all in here today. I can't keep up with y'all today. All right. So with that being said, man, let me just start this out one more time with the right spiritual energy, man. Okay, Rashida Velvet, welcome to the live reflection. Okay. Let me Chester Paris, shout out to Chester Pa. Okay. So with that being said, man, I just want to start this out with the right spiritual energy, man. I want to say peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy always create elevation. All right. As y'all can tell, man, we're gonna be talking about the situation with Dr. Umar today, okay? Okay? And the reason I wanted to talk about the situation with Dr. Umar is because we've been hearing time and time again that y'all drop them names if y'all give me two. We've been hearing time and time again, right, that he is going to open his school up. Okay? And for me, this is not a video where I want to bash him, but I do want to, I want to get y'all opinion. Okay? Shout out to Lil Rock. Lil Rock in the building. Marcus Tyrell. Yeah, I do want to get y'all opinion on this situation. And don't mind me, man, for whatever reason, man. I'm starting to work up a little cold. My wife, she was sick a little bit, y'all. So, hey, I'm getting my, I'm starting to get sick for whatever reason. But yeah, I do want to just, let y'all be the detectives that y'all are and have the discernment when we deal with this situation, okay? So for me, this isn't a video that I'm going to be bashing Dr. Umar in. It's just to say that we've been waiting on this building for some time now, right? And from the looks of it, I would say that he's starting to slowly but for surely pull it together after 14 years of us waiting for this building to come together. Now, why? Why is this building so important when it comes to our culture? Okay. I feel like this building is so important because this is going to be the first step in terms of us being able to re-educate our children, right? And giving them the right knowledge when it comes to who we are and what we stand for as a culture. Okay. So for me, I feel like this building could possibly, you feel me? It could possibly be the beginning of something great if he pull it off, okay? Now, I will say this as well. I will say that when we talk about the work that he has to put into this building, right, or into this project as a whole, we have to understand that this is not going to be an easy task for him to do. It's so much that he has to do. And the reason I say that is because, for one, Dr. Umar is not going to be getting government grants when it comes to this building. And so, with that being said, it's a lot of questions that I have. I have a lot of questions for him in terms of him not getting government grants, okay? And, wanting to hire people to come work for this facility because we know, living in the matrix that we live in, people have to take care of themselves. They're going to have to still pay their bills, so on and so forth. And, my question would be, how is he going to pay this, okay? And so as you're going to see in this interview that's coming up, first and foremost, okay, well, I'm going to start right here because I do have an interview here, all right, where it says Dr. Umar Johnson, he said he's not going to be using government grants. So everything that he's been doing has been strictly based off of the donations that he's received in terms of trying to build this facility. Okay? When I get a chance to hit you up, May Robinson, I most definitely, I can't DM you, May Robinson. You have to DM me. Okay? They won't allow me to DM on this side. But yeah, everything that he does for this building is going to be strictly based off of the donations. Now, I will say this. I do have some information in here this is why I say, is he scamming? I want to know, is he scamming? Because, I have a video clip in here where we're going to be showing a young brother saying that he went into Dr. Umar's tax history and actually found out that for 2 years he actually didn't claim that he received any donations. So when we talk about organizations that are non-for-profit, they don't have to actually file taxes. But the reason that they need to inform the IRS of the income that they received is so that the people who actually donate can file the donations as claims. So if he didn't properly file the taxes, it's going to make it hard for the people who actually donated to file the claim, okay, and be able to get a write-off on the donations that they gave, okay? Right, that's facts. Akita Jazzy says not receiving donations means that he cannot be controlled, and that's a fact. That's a fact. So I love the fact that he's doing that. But like I said, my biggest question is how does he plan on paying? Excuse me, y'all. Like I say, I'm coming down with a little cold, right? Again, okay. But yeah, how does he actually plan on paying the teachers, okay, the dietary staff, all right, the janitors that's going to be needed to actually keep the facility clean, so on and so forth, okay? So right now, for those of you who don't know, Dr. Umar actually has 2 buildings, okay? He has 2 buildings. One is going to be, I want to say, 1 through 5th, and I think the other one will be actually 5th through 9th. Don't quote me on that, okay? I think he's going to explain to you a little bit more of what exactly is going on inside of this building. I mean, inside of this video, okay? But yeah, I want to say this is going to be a task, but for me, I say this shows, right, a lack of how connected we are as a people, y'all. And I'm speaking to my man, Eat the Beans, right? This shows how much we cannot come together because it has taken him 14 years, okay? 14 years to get this building off the ground. Now, how long he actually had this building, I don't know. But in any event, it shows Mac always to the right. Thanks for the stars, God. You feel me? But it just shows how unconnected we are, how much union we don't have, right? Because as soon as he got this building, man, knowing how much this could have been, how good this is going to be for our community, this is something that we should have done, right? This is something that we should have been able to, people should have been reaching out to him. I'm talking about our what do you call them? People who know how to lay tile should have been reaching out to him. People who actually know how to basically fix drywall, okay? Electricians that are a part of the movement that understand how powerful this is going to be for the community should have began to reach out to him, okay? It shouldn't have been this hard is the point that I'm trying to make, okay? And for me, this shows a lack of union, okay? It shouldn't have been this hard. So I see a lot of people actually want to talk crazy. Oh, it's taking him so long to build this, so on and so forth. But yet and still, everybody ain't playing their part in the way that they should when they talk about they want to re-educate their children, so on and so forth, and give them the right knowledge that's necessary. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, I want y'all to see actually what Dr. Umar says, because you know what? This is the sign right here, and this footage is going to be the sign going up on the building. Let's check it out. Hold on, let's see.
You can fool some of the people all the time, and all the people some of the time, but you can't fool the Prince of Pan-Africanism none of the time. I said you can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you can't fool the Prince of Pan-Africanism none of the time. This is your big brother King Kong Consciousness, founder, CEO, CAO, chair of the board, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. I'm on my job getting the school ready for our black boys. I said I'm on my job getting the school ready for our black boys. I said I'm on the job, and right now we got the sign going on the building. That's right. That's right. Ifa Tunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, Prince of Pan-Africanism Parkway. This is history today. So I'm going to let you watch right now as the sign, FDMG, red, black, and green Garvey flag colors is being installed on your building, my building, our building, King Kong. Brothers and sisters, I promised our young men, our boys, our princes that I would build the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, and I'm going to do just that. Yes, I'm the most requested black scholar in the world. Yes, I'm the most relevant black scholar in the world. Yes, I'm the #1 Pan-Africanist of the 21st century. Yes, I'm the greatest school psychologist of all time, but that doesn't mean nothing if I don't build no institutions. I said institutions are the solutions, and I want y'all to know right now, we not stopping with the school, because school is only the beginning. We not stopping with the school, brother. It's going to be Black Power, Black Wall Street. It's going to be a Big Papa, Black Wall Street. A Big Papa, we got the clinic coming. We got the credit union coming. We got the supermarket coming. We not stopping, brothers and sisters. Hit your Cash App, $FDMG School. 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 Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Send your check or money orders payable to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9672, Wilmington, P.O. Box 96. Wait a minute. That got me so hyped. I forgot my P.O. Box. P.O. Box 9634. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. This is not capitalism. This is activism. This is nationalism. This is Garveyism. That's right. I'm the only institution builder in the conscious community. I'm the only relevant institution builder in the conscious community. Peace to all my African queens. Black power to all my African kings. I said peace to all my African queens. Black power to all my African kings. I said peace to all my African queens. Black power to all my African kings.
Now, for me, y'all, I want to say this, bro. I really dislike, bro, when people who are supposed to be moving toward the same agenda, right, the same end results, right, want to ultimately make it seem like, you know, they're more important than anyone else in the movement, okay? That's our biggest issue in our culture, right? We try to put ourselves ahead of everyone else, right? This is not a competition. It was a job to be done, okay? Somebody had to do the job, okay? Anybody could have did the job. If nobody does the job, then guess what? Everybody is going to suffer the consequences, which means that everybody has their own job to do, okay? We're all moving toward the same end result. It doesn't matter if you want to consider yourself an Aboriginal Indian, an Aboriginal African. We are the Aboriginals of the planet. And this is the biggest thing that I've been preaching since I've come to this platform, since I've started to do what I'm doing, right? Okay? We're further separating ourselves from who we truly are by putting a title on us. Understand that, okay? We're further separating ourselves from who we truly are by putting the title on us. Okay? So I just don't like the fact that he wants to step out and say, oh, I'm the woo woo. But I do want to say kudos, man, because I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm really rooting for him. I'm really rooting for him to get this school up and going, man, because I feel like this is going to be a big step toward our culture. You see what I'm saying? This is going to be a big step toward our culture, all right? And so we've been, like I say, we've been waiting for this for forever, and I'm pretty sure the people who donated to this school, you know, who they donated to this school with the thoughts of having their children donate to this school. And I've watched plenty of videos who said that they were, you know, they was feeling some type of way about, you know, donating their money because they would hope that their children was going to be able to go to the school, but their kids are not able to go to the school because it's taking them so long to actually get the school up and going. You see what I'm saying? And so for those of you who want to know how the school looks, look, let's check out this next thing.
Summer 2021 belongs to my school, our school. I am inside of yours.
See, this is summer 21. This has been going on. See, here's another thing that I see, right? I see the constant repetition of promotion with no end results. So that worries me, okay? And this is why I say, you know what? Is Dr. Umar scamming? Okay? No, he ain't doing nothing wrong, bro. Facts. Cole could say he ain't doing nothing wrong, okay? But being confident in himself. That's facts, God. We ain't taking away from nobody confidence, right? But at the same time, here is where, okay, I have an issue as well, right, with what is going on. Because we see the constant repetition, right, of him promoting. This video right here is from 2021. This is what he's been doing, okay? It's another video on here, okay? Well, you just seen the video that I just played where he was constantly promoting. He was constantly promoting the opening of the school. And he's constantly asking people for more donations, right, to no avail. Now, we have seen the building, right? But my thing is that you've had this building for like 2 or 3 years, right? And we're not seeing the results that we should have seen. We've seen other people, you know, build buildings and have them up and going within a shorter amount of time. Royal Gillison, welcome to Live Reflection. You feel me? We've seen it. We've seen other people have buildings like this, you know. I'm talking about the inside, gutted, wiring done, so on and so forth, in less than a year. So, you know, my question would be is, with you having the name that you have and the influence that you have over the community, okay, with you having the amount of people who understand this, right, and who are willing to donate. We're not talking about people who donated $200, $300, $400. We're talking about people who donated $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. You mean to tell me that there would have been nobody that would have came along and been able to help you get the electricity done, get the drywall done, buff the floors, fix the toilet, so on and so forth? Yeah, we understand LaToya Green say patience is virtue. We understand that. You feel me? We understand that. Okay? So, but at the same time, my thing is this. How long does it take? We're talking about 14 years. So those are just questions that I have. But like I said in the beginning, I do feel like it's BS in terms of, you know, I do feel like it's BS because it shows a lack of us being able to, you know, basically, you know, become a union. We should have been able to get together. I know people in the hood that smoke, that do drugs, that's capable of doing the things that he needs, that's necessary, but yet and still, we don't have anybody that's willing to step up and assist him in this. And I believe that could have been the reason why it's taking this guy so long to get this school up, right? So look at this. This is how the school actually looks. This is...
Playground here. This is back of the school here. Oh
Boys and Girls Club. So the school, Dr. Umar School, is here by a Boys and Girls Club. Here. That's the park. That better not be a real dog right there. Oh, it is. He's moving. Look. He was just standing still for a while. I was like, or fox. Maybe it's a fox. No, it looks like a dog. He's back there. I got the zoom as far as I can. I think it's a dog. It don't look like a fox. He was just standing still for a long time. Okay, so this side of the school, he still has to get the windows done. I mean, I know they're boarded up so no one breaks them, but...
Delisha E. Graham said, what about when people support and don't receive their goods? What are we speaking on, Delisha? We got to be more clear on the situation that we're speaking about.
And then... I forget which side is what. I know one's the high school. But then you have this side. So this is the back side. Then you have you got this side. Can we squeeze that? Yeah, we can. Okay.
See, my only issue with that, Latoya says, I think he's using his own mindset, which allows Tammon to move accordingly, right? I truly believe that when we're dealing with other people who are donating, okay, I'm talking about thousands, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 to a cause, bro. We need to have a council put together, right, who can help us move in a direction, okay? So while you may be good, and so when we talk about situations like this, we need to understand, too, as well, that, you know, while you may be good at being intellectual in certain areas, when it comes to organizing a facility like this, you may not be great in every area or aspect of it, okay? So this is why it's so important. Now, I don't know much about what he has going on, but this is why it's so important to have that council, right, put together so that you can organize it in a way that you see fit. Because when you have people that are great in those areas, then you can just give them the vision and they can make that vision come together for you as fast as possible and, you know, as best as they can.
There goes the rock. Oh, it's cold. So the sign went up, which is good. Here goes the
now,
rock.
Cold Cuts, I believe he did say donations did slow down, but I think he said since he went on the Breakfast Club, they started to pick back up again. So this is why he's going back to the donation and things like that. And you know what I also seen, man? I also seen a lot of people saying that, you know, he's basically broke and he's living in the building, okay? That's for me is an insult in terms of his character if he is doing what he's trying to do, right? Okay? Because we see other people who lived in their cars, such as Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry lived in his car so he can get done what he needed to be done. So let's stop judging people based on their living situation when we don't see too many people that's actually even gotten this far. Okay? We don't even see a lot of people who actually got this far in terms of, you know, basically even getting to school. So I'm giving him his kudos, and I want people to understand that this is not a video of me, you know, trying to bash him. We don't see a lot of people, but if he is living in that's just a small sacrifice he's making in order to accomplish his goals. Okay? And this ain't, to me, this is not a selfish goal. This is a goal that's going to basically help our community.
The schools are pretty much a block long. I mean, they're pretty in terms of length. They're long. They look pretty wide too. Okay, this is the high school. So this must be the middle school. Or if I'm not sure if he's gonna use it that way. but the sign's not here yet. But the sign, that sign wasn't there. I think it was in my last video, so that's new. And then this sign is new too. So Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey. Logo looks good.
Yes, Akita Jezzy say it does take a lot to run a school. It does. I feel like he's this is a big move that he's attempting to make right here. And to be honest, I love it because we don't know what we can accomplish until we actually set out to try to accomplish those things, right? So I feel like I want to say I'm giving him a big shout out anyway because, like I just said, we don't see too many people actually even taking these steps to try to even get this far, man. You feel me? And the outside of the school, it looks great.
Let's get a close up. So they take up the entire block from this corner down there to this corner here. And then this building.
This is Dr. Umar's school that he's actually building. He's saying that this school was going to be open no later than 2024. As a matter of fact, he's actually right now getting applications together for teachers, I guess, who want to apply for the school. So he's telling them to send applications to a certain site. He's actually trying to get a staff together who's going to actually come out and be able to feed the children, so on and so forth. Right. But my biggest thing, when we talk about this, I feel like, man, when we talk about being able to get food that's going to be consistent for the kids to eat Monday through Friday or whatever his school schedule is going to consist of, then you feel me? We need to most definitely be trying to see how, he's going to be able to most definitely get the funding for that, because bro, it's not cheap to get a lot of food for schools. You know what I'm saying? So here's the inside of the school as well.
This is a tour for all of my new donors. We have 10 classrooms, 4 bathrooms, 5 offices. I said we have 10 classrooms, 4 bathrooms, 5 offices. That's what we have here in the Marcus Garvey Elementary School. Brothers and sisters,
we know why the delay happened, Paul Williams. We know why the delay happened, okay? But I said since then, his donations picked up. See, a lot of people, y'all coming to this live and y'all mistaking this live for me trying to pull a guy down. I'm not. I'm showing you that, guess what? This is a lack of community. This is a lack of us being together, because as long as he's had this school, and we know that there's so many non-ether beings out here, bro, that know how to build, okay? That know how to do electricity, that are janitors, right? That can come in and lay new tiles, right? Yet and still we've seen nobody come along and actually help the God get together. That's the biggest issue. This school should have been up, because we know how important it is to the community, okay? So despite the fact, when we talk about, bro, people who actually own facilities, bro, that can get him the merchandise that he needs to get the inside of this school together, people who actually own facilities that could have painted the building on the outside, could have came out and did murals, things like that, then why has it taken this school so long to get put up? You see what I'm saying? Why? You feel me? Though there are a few things that may be questionable along the way in terms of him saying that he didn't get donations, so on and so forth. We don't know the agenda behind what he did. But the biggest question is why has this school taken so long to be established, okay? When there's so many people, there's non-ether beings that know what he's trying to accomplish, right? Yet and still, they have not donated. Well, money is good. I'm not saying that the money is not good. But yet and still, we have not seen people donate time, okay? Meaning actually come out to the facility and, volunteer to do drywalling, when it's a lot of ether beings that actually know how to do drywalling, that actually know how to lay tile, that actually know how to do plumbing, okay? This is one of the biggest issues in our community. We are not willing to, okay, it's okay for you to donate, your money, but when are you going to start to get out and donate time so that we could have got this together? You see what I'm saying? Right, you feel me? Scooby is say he can't do it by himself. That's why as people we need to work together to accomplish it. You see what I'm saying? This is the biggest issue. It's a lot of people right now that's talking crazy, right? That's, is it a scam? They want to know, is it a scam? You see what I'm saying? But ain't nobody getting out here to help him push. He's did what he said he was going to do, right? He's actually went and got the school. Okay? You feel me? He's actually went and got the school. Now that he has a school, because he actually had the school, he's had the school for 3 or 4 years. Okay? But now that he has a school, why are we not playing our part as a collective whole in terms of getting out and seeing what we can assist with in terms of trying to get this done? Where are my carpenters at? Okay? Where are the contractors at? Where are the people who actually own stores that consist of the things that he need that can help him get this school up and running? Okay? This is a big deal. This is a big deal in terms of us being able to reestablish the mindsets of children, of our children. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a lot of people saying that, a lot of, that's why I titled it, Is It a Scam? Okay? It's a lot of people saying that, okay, is it a scam? Dr. Umar scam. He's actually went out and did what he said. He said he was going to get the school. Now he has to get the school up and going. Who's going to assist in that? You feel me? Who's going to assist in that? God is love. I'm seeing a lot of slack coming from you. You on your way out the building, Reflection. That's facts. We don't do negativity over here.
I'm down here today because we're trying to get the plumbing and the HVAC worked out.
That's facts, J-Bay. She said it takes a village.
Trying to get the plumbing and the HVAC worked out, brothers and sisters. So that's classroom number 1. And then you have classroom number 2, brothers and sisters. The classrooms are large. The classrooms are large. The classrooms are large. As you can see, the school is in excellent physical condition. As you can see, the school is in excellent physical condition. The floors are in
Dear Grace, I feel like as what I can do is I can promote him, push, and give the message like, bro, this is big. This is something that we should be helping, not only give our money to, but actually, which one of y'all in the comment section? I'm not a carpenter, okay? I don't know how to lay tile. I don't have the products that I can give to him, but I'm asking who is in this comment section that owns a lot. And see, bro, you know what, bro? This is what he's been talking about too, okay? He's been talking about the fact that wealthy black people, okay, wealthy urban or non-ether beings do not donate. They do not build institutions. And that's a question. That's something that we need to ask ourselves. Why? Why is it that we have wealthy entrepreneurs that are non-ether beings that are not willing to help him build this, that are not willing to help him invest in this? He hit it on the head. He said, wealthy ether beings do not invest in institutions. It's crazy.
excellent condition. Yes, this is where your son will get his education. This is where your daughter will get her education. This is classroom number 3. This is classroom number 3. And then there's classroom number 4. Classroom number 4. This will probably be the school library. This will probably be the school library. This will probably be the school library. Get on your Cash app right now. $ FDMG school. This will be the principal's office. This will be my office. This will be my office right here. The principal's office. Okay? Classroom number 5. We have the bathrooms. We have the boys' bathroom. This is the boys' bathroom.
Hey, facts, Delisha Ingram. I would look, me personally, bro. I wouldn't mind going out, and that's something that I actually thought about. You know what I'm saying? But am I teaching along the lines of what it is that he wants to educate his students on when it comes to this? Yes, I would. I wouldn't mind going to teach. I would most definitely mind going to teach for him and enlighten our people because I'm giving to the cause no matter what. Okay. Bridget Wilson said you don't have to be a pain in the paint, and that's facts. But I'm asking, where's the donation? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that they actually did paint the inside of the building. I'm unsure, but I'm just saying, that's something that we could have done as a community, been able to get in here and paint it for the people who are in the community. You feel me?
This is the boys' bathroom, brothers and sisters. This is the boys' bathroom, brothers and sisters. This is the boys' bathroom, the boys' bathroom. We got the urinals. We got to fix that. Somebody stole the copper, but that's all right. We're going to get it all fixed out. We're going to get it all fixed out. We're going to get it all fixed out, brothers and sisters. We're going to get it all fixed out. This is an independent school. That's the hallway. Look at the hallway. We got the water fountain. We got the water fountain, brothers and sisters, the water fountain. Okay? We got the girls' bathroom. We got to do some work on the girls' bathroom. We got to do some work on the girls' bathroom. Okay? Computer room. Computer room. Another large, look how large the classrooms are. We can split the classrooms in half, brothers and sisters. We can split the classrooms in half. We can split the classrooms in half, and we can go from 10 classrooms to 20 classrooms. We can go from 10 classrooms to 20 classrooms, brothers and sisters. This is the most anticipated independent black school in American history. The most anticipated independent black school in American history. The Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Liberation, brothers and sisters. Hit your Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit your Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. And this is only one building of 4. This is only one building of 4. This is only one building of 4. This is only one building of 4, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. Wait till these halls is filled up with our boys and girls. Wait until these hallways.
You know what? Laura. Let me see that. Laura Trump Forever. Hold on, let me see. Laura Trump Forever says everyone can donate $200 if single and $500 if married, and employer matching it. You get it back on your state tax return. It moves money from the government to the school that was set up, and that's the only way it gets the money set up to move it to them. If he is set up to do that, I could donate $200 and get a $200 match. If you have his donation set up, I want a fast school to have no indoctrination. So I'm glad he is doing that for the children. We need more like him. He needs to get with Habitat. Yes, he should get with Habitat for Humanity. And she said he needs to get with Habitat for Humanity and see if they can get people to donate their time to help him set it up. They have plumbers, carpenters, etc. That's facts. That's facts. Because the money that he's actually getting donated to him, he could give them bits and pieces of that, and I think that they would help him. I'm not really familiar with them, but I do know that they help. But in terms of, we do see that he has had issues with, and that's one of the issues that a lot of people is having when it comes to what is going on with the building. They're saying that, well, it's a lot of people when we talk about negative things, but I feel like it's important when it comes to the donators, okay, who are expecting to get the money back, right? If you're not filing your taxes the proper way, then you're putting them in a position that they can't file it because you're not saying that you received the money that they're saying that they gave you. And so this is one of the issues that people are having when it comes to wondering if he's just scamming or not. So I would say I don't think that he's scamming, right? I think that in the beginning, he didn't know exactly what he was doing when he got himself into it. So we have to understand that, bro, experience is the best teacher. We learn in certain situations as we go. But the fact that he was motivated enough to actually get up, you see what I'm saying? And want to put the effort in terms of trying to get this done, it speaks a lot. He was actually willing to, fall in order to get back up. That's the definition of perseverance. Okay?
Filled up with the unapologetically African youth, brothers and sisters. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. It's liberation time.
Facts. And that's the thing. Cold Cuts say Oprah donated $2 million to a man to build an irrelevant school. And that's the thing. Oprah donated over, if I'm not mistaken, she donated, if we talking about the same thing, Oprah donated over in Africa somewhere. Okay? But here it is. We have someone right now in the States that's trying to build something to educate us or our children on the right knowledge, and she ain't even opened her eyes up or even tried. Tyler Perry, I seen Tyler Perry donate 95,000 to someone who was walking to try to get YMCA's built in Chicago communities. He donated over 95,000, but here it is. Dr. Umar is trying to build something, and he ain't donated a lick to Dr. Umar. You see what I'm saying? That's facts.
It's liberation time, brothers and sisters. No haters, only donors. No haters.
When I feel like even if you ain't gonna donate to him, you can actually pay the people to come in and get what he needs to be done. You could connect with this guy, and then y'all could come together and try to figure out what needs to be done in order to get, you see what I'm saying? Get this accomplished, and you can actually pay them directly if you feel like he's not doing what he needs to do with the money.
Only donors, brothers and sisters. Get on your Cash app, cash.me/FDMG Academy. Get on your Cash app, cash.me/FDMG Academy. Get on your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Join the Loyal Donors Club at drumarjohnson.com.
Did he say his spirit is negative and I'm an imp? His intentions are not for good. Who are you speaking on, Didi? Are you speaking on Dr. Umar? Royal Gillison say, does he have anything where he lets people know how to contact him and lend helping hands to help? I don't mind for our schools and not doctrinate schools and our communities. I don't mind helping. That's facts. Me either. I'm with that. I'll get out there.
If you need to call me, 8444 Dr. Umar. If you need to call me, 8444.
Look, that's the information. You heard what he said. He just asked you for anybody who want to reach out to him. Here's the information.
Call me, 8444 Dr. Umar. If you need to call me, 8444 Dr. Umar. If you need to text me, 215-989-9858. If you need to text me, 215-989-9858. We're going to be teaching the black boys how to be electricians in here. We're going to be teaching them how to be HVACers in here. We're going to be teaching them how to build computers in here. We're going to be leading the global African liberation struggle from the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, brothers and...
Now, I ain't going to lie. Kendia Reyes, you made a great point. She just said it's sad how we could never get the support from celebrities. Will Smith being from Philly. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say this is where the school is, right? I think the school is in Philly. Okay? Yet and still, we ain't even getting the support that we need from Will Smith. That's sad, bro. And for me, that would say how much under control that they are. Because they too afraid to go against the system. You feel what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing.
Sisters, we not playing. We not playing around. We not playing around, brothers and sisters. We got work to do.
Sandra Adams say Oprah Winfrey School was involved with child trafficking. I doubt if that would happen at his school. Facts.
We got work to do. Look how big these classrooms are. Yeah, we got to do a little cleaning up, a little straightening up. We're going to strip the floors. We're going to paint all the walls. Yes, we got to get some more lockers because every child will have their own locker. Who know how to do the African farm? We need a farm. We need a horse stable, a greenhouse. We need sisters who could do natural hair. We need brothers who could do African martial arts, gun training, African fighting with and without weapons, brothers and sisters. We are dead serious, brothers and sisters. We are dead serious. Hit your Cash app, $FDMG School.
So,
hit the Cash app.
And so, if I'm not mistaken, in the next scene, he's going to be talking about basically what is it going to cost. And to be honest, I don't think that his tuition is a lot. I heard a lot of people want to they want to talk crazy in terms of saying that why is it that people should have to pay to go to the school when a lot of people actually donated to the school. Their children should be able to go to the school for free. While I do believe that the ones who actually donated a large amount of money, their children should be able to go to this school for free. You have to understand why it's so important that people actually donate or pay a tuition, because he's not being government funded. Okay, so therefore, because he's not being government funded, a lot of the money that he's going to be making off of the tuitions is actually going to be going to basically paying his staff, paying the dietary system, things like that. A lot of people, I don't think, actually think before they speak. Okay, a lot of the money that he's going to be getting from the tuitions is actually going to go into paying the staff. You feel me? So let's take a look at this. What he want to do in terms of qualifications.
The Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is ready. Parents, I need you to understand the tuition schedule, because if you do not pay, your son cannot come.
Raquel Stephens, what do you mean? First of all, I'm not here to prove that he's scamming. That's just a title. Okay? I say a lot of people want to know, is he scamming? So let's get down to it. I personally don't think that he's scamming. Okay? Because if he was scamming, he wouldn't have even went and got to school to begin with. Okay? He wouldn't have got to school he did what he said he was going to do. Okay? You must have just joined the live.
Your first year at the school, you will make 2 tuition payments, just like you do in college. You will pay for the fall semester.
D say a man of God's spirit will not have to beg for donations. The spirit will be in alignment for the funding to be available. Hey, that's facts though.
During the summer, and you will pay for the spring semester during the winter. You will pay for the fall semester during the summer, and you will pay for the spring semester during the winter. 2 payments. This is very important. Your first 2 years as an FDMG parent, you will not be allowed to pay on a month-to-month basis. You must pay for the entire semester, fall and spring. That means start saving your money. That means start saving your money. That means, parents, start saving the tuition money right now.
Now, I believe that he's not asking for a lot. He's actually asking for $1,000 a semester. That's $2,000 a year. That's not, for me, I would say that that's not a lot of money that he's asking for. It's not something that's going to be hard for people to actually get together. You see what I'm saying? When you talk about, if you got a check and you putting $250 up per check period, you can actually have this type of money within a 2-month span if you get paid weekly. Now, if you get paid bi-weekly, depending on what it is that you pay, that you save or you make, then this is something that, we're talking about a school that's going to be open within the next year, okay? So with that being said, I don't think it's hard, you understand, for him to actually get that situation together. You feel me? Or for any parent to actually get the money that they need in order for them to come to the school. Now, I see people saying money, money, money. You have to understand, bro, that he's not getting government funded for none of this. Everything that he's doing to get this is going to be through the donations that's given.
January to January is 12 months. February, March, April, May, June, July, and August. You have 19 months to get your tuition ready for the first year. You have 19 months to start saving your money. There is no financial aid. That's your job. My job is to operate the school, pay the bills, educate the children.
But that, for me, that was a question. I'm trying to see, why is it that he don't want to take financial aid if it's going to help ultimately get the job done? If they're going to pay him the money that, that's something I don't understand. That's out of my understanding because I'm not involved in this. You feel me? But I just feel like, why is it that you don't want to take financial aid when ultimately that's going to end up with you getting the funds that you need to keep the school going?
Your
And it's going to help the kids get into the school.
job is to come up with the money. Your job is to come up with the money. Stop looking for handouts. You are wearing your child's tuition. Your child's tuition is on your feet. Your child's tuition is on your hair. Your child's tuition is in your driveway. Your child's tuition is in your wardrobe. Your child's tuition is underneath the television stand. Oh, you have tuition. What you don't have is your priorities in order. You have tuition. What you don't have is your priorities in order. You have tuition. What you don't have is your priorities in order. No excuses. If you cannot pay, send them to the local charter school. If you cannot pay, keep them at home on the cyber charter school. If you cannot pay, go ahead and send them to public school. And when your son sees the mighty students of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy walking around in their uniforms, and your son says, Mommy, Daddy, why can't I go to Dr. Umar's school? Make sure you tell them Air Jordans was more important. Fake hair was more important. Video games was more important. My designer clothing was more important. That's for you to do. If your son is invited back the second year, you will now have 4 payments. You can divide the fall tuition into 2. You can divide the
Spook, you must spook G's. You must have just got to the lab early, bro. We not saying that he's scamming people. It's a question that's being asked. I truly believe that he's not scamming anybody, okay? And for the fact of the matter is that the reason I don't believe that he's scamming is because he actually went and got a school, okay? He is not getting any government funds. So that means that, we know a school is not going to be cheap, y'all. I don't know if he's leasing the building or if he actually owns it, but we know in any event, the school is not going to be cheap. In order for him to keep this school, as long as he has had it, there's no way possible that he could have been scamming because he's not getting donations that much to the point of where he could have paid the rent. Okay, so if he actually paid the school, he brought the school, then that would mean that the funding that he received from the donators actually went into the school. Okay, so you actually seeing your money go into the school.
tuition into 2. And if your son is invited back for the 3rd year,
okay,
you can now pay on a month-to-month basis from the 3rd year until he graduates from 12th grade. From the 3rd year until he graduates from the 12th grade, you can pay month to month. But for the first 2 years, I have to study your financial commitment to your son's education. What do you mean if he is invited back? What I mean, if your son is not fulfilling the obligations expected at the FDMG Academy, if his parents are not fulfilling the objectives and requirements set forth by the FDMG Academy, he will be disinvited from the school.
So a lot of people is going to have a problem with this, which I don't see why, because we understand how money governs this matrix that we stay in, okay? So it's no way that no way possible that he's going to be able to accomplish the things that he's saying that he's trying to accomplish without money, okay? So we might as well push that out of our heads, y'all. Push that out of y'all heads, bro. In order for him to accomplish whatever it is that he's trying to accomplish, he's going to need money. But and this is proven because he's going to actually have to pay contractors to come in and get the things done that he needs to get done because us as a collective whole, as a community, is not willing to actually get out and help him. Okay? I've seen nobody actually in the buildings painting, and this is something that I may have overlooked. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, as a collective whole, he's going to need, the finances, okay? He's going to need the finances to be able to pay his staff because the people that's going to be able to work, that's going to have to work for him, are going to have to pay their rent. Okay? Let's not act like we don't know how this matrix is ran. You see what I'm saying? They still have to have bills to pay. At this point in time, it's a lot of people that's not willing to substitute that life, you know what I'm saying, that time without the money that's going to help them basically back up the funding that they need to keep their households running. Okay? And so this next clip, we're going to see, this is actually a counter, right? And this is the issue, right, for a lot of you who asked the question of, will they be? Does he have it set up to the point where you can file it on your taxes? This is one of the issues that we had, okay? And I do believe that this issue right here was kind of corrected, okay? I believe it was corrected in the past, okay? And this is because, you know, he has a new organization now, and I truly believe that he learned from his mistake. Okay, so they're trying to say in this clip that he didn't file his taxes, okay, the right way. Now we know that when it comes to a non-profit organization, they don't have to actually file their taxes because the money is being given to them in the form of donation. But the main reason that they need to file their taxes is because the people who actually donated can file it on their taxes and then get that money back at the end of the year. So if he's not filing his taxes correctly, then they're not going to be able to get that money that they donated back on their taxes. So let's take a look at what he has to say.
My content came to me through viewer suggestions, and they wanted me to take a look into Umar Johnson and his issue with this school, that he's been raising funds for this school for multiple years. Well, my background as an accountant, I've represented nonprofit organizations before the IRS several times, right? I've registered nonprofit organizations. I defended them to try to get their 501c3 status reinstated when it's been revoked. I deal with this stuff all the time. So the very first thing that I'm going to do when I'm researching a nonprofit, because I've got clients who get hit up for money for donations all the time. And before I will allow a client to write a check, I say, just give me a minute. Let me take a look at this organization before you write that check. So this is just the due diligence that I would do anybody in this space. So what I ended up...
I agree with you, Royal Gillison. Where that comment go? Where's she at? Royal Gillison says, don't be no follower, especially if it's not something that you really don't understand. I will put my hands in my communities with people I trust and feel like my kids will get the most truth from, not no more lies from this misleading money world. That's facts. I mean, never invest in something that you don't feel like, that you believe in and that you want your kids to learn. Why? It's a waste of your money.
I just went to the IRS website and I pulled all the nonprofit tax returns that Dr. Umar's organization has given to the IRS. And what I discovered was two main things. Point number one, he never filed a tax return in the early stages of his organization, all the way to the point that the IRS revoked his 501c3 status, right? Because if you're not giving the IRS any info, you're basically on the bad list, and they say, forget it, we'll take it away from you. So that's what ended up happening to Dr. Umar's organization. He didn't give the IRS any financial information, so they took his 501c3 status. So
now, the reason I believe that this happened is, like I said in the beginning, I do believe that he didn't, you have to understand that I believe that while he's educated in other areas, he wasn't educated in this area, okay? And so because he believed that he was a non-profit organization, he didn't probably know that he had to basically report that information for the people who were actually donating to be able to file this on their taxes. Okay. But one thing I will say is that 2 to 3 years is too long of a time for you not to really learn that at some point.
Umar do to correct this situation? Well, let me first tell you what you're supposed to do. Okay. What you're supposed to do is hire someone like me to represent you before the government and get you from the bad list to the good list. And a part of what we have to do is we have to go back in time, take a look at all the years that should have been filed, and properly file those tax returns. If you do that, then the government say, okay, we'll put you back on the good list. Remember, I said that's what you're supposed to do.
Eddie Alexander, thanks for the stars, God.
That's not what Dr. Umar did. What Umar did was just create a new nonprofit organization and just change the name up a little bit, right? So the new organization has virtually the same name as the old one. He just dropped one word or something out the name. And now this new organization has 501c3 status, where the old one is still on the bad list. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing that I discovered of now that he has this new organization and he realized what happened to the first, he decided, I guess, it's time for me to give the IRS the financial information that they want, so I don't get this second organization yanked like the first one. So when I pulled the tax returns, I discovered something that honestly would be alarming. When I pulled the tax returns, I discovered that he reported that for tax year 2019 and tax year 2020, he received no donations for 2 straight years. Now, there's plenty of evidence of himself on video showing people all the donations and gifts that he received over that same time span. But when he reported the numbers to the IRS, he said he received absolutely nothing over 2 years.
Now, doesn't this mean also that people who, like, say, if a business like our business, your business, wanted to donate, they wouldn't be able to get that write-off, right? Is that?
Yeah, what would happen is there's a conflict. So in accounting, there is what we refer to as the matching principle, right? So if I am going to give a nonprofit organization a donation, right? Let's say I give them a donation of $5,000. Well, then the IRS would expect to see from that
Mary Jordan, thanks for the stars reflection.
nonprofit organization that they are reporting that they received $5,000, right? It seems kind of simple. So if I'm telling the IRS I gave Dr. Umar's organization a $10,000 donation, but Dr. Umar's organization said we didn't get anything, you might get audited, right?
Yeah, Cole, because he did get donations. He's actually getting donations at this point. He just came from Breakfast Club and he re-promoted the school all over again. So he just said donations are coming in way more than what they were at first, all right? And so this is why he's saying that the school will be open by 2024. See, a lot of people have issues with the things that he say because they're saying that ultimately this is something he's been saying for years and years, okay? And he's yet to come through on it. But I'm saying that the reason that he has not been able to come through on it is because the people that should have been actually helping are not. Ain't nobody helping. The communities should have been helping. The same people that's judging and saying that he's scamming should have been the ones that's helping. You see what I'm saying? We should have been in there painting. You see what I'm saying? Laying tile. If you know how to do plumbing, you should have been in there doing the plumbing for him. You should have been in there doing the electrical work that was necessary, okay? This is something that should have been done as a collective whole.
Somebody is not telling the truth here. And 9 times out of 10, when it comes to an audit like that, they're going to assume that the individual taxpayer is the one who has their information incorrect, right? They're going to assume that the nonprofit organization, because they don't pay tax, why would they not report that they received money? So the IRS agent is just going to assume that, no, the organization is probably correct. The taxpayer, that's the one who's probably got it incorrect. So yeah, you will end up in a tight situation. And now you have the IRS combing through your books and looking at all your numbers because you have Dr. Umar's organization saying they didn't receive any money for 2 years. And you are just honestly trying to get your tax deduction for the donation you gave them.
So yeah, that is an issue when we talk about the people who actually are taking the time to donate their money with the expectations of wanting to get that money at the end of the year. If he's not properly filing his taxes, then it's going to put them in the band because, you know, a lot of people go into donations with the man state of, you know, I understand that this is, you know, basically a organization or that's not being funded right. So if I do give this money and he's filing his taxes the right way, then I'll be able to write that off at the end of the year. But if he's not, that puts them in a situation, not him in a situation, because as he did, as you see, all he had to do was basically reestablish another foundation or another organization. Okay, and so in this clip, man, I really like this clip right here, man, because I think he really broke down in his next clip that's going to be coming up about how, you know, how necessary it is and a few reasons of why, you know, they are trying to basically stop him from getting schools and what took him so long in terms of trying to get the school going?
I'm here with one of the most esteemed, prolific Prince of Pan Africanism, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Umar Ben Johnson.
Glad to be here, Black Power.
Yes, yes. How's Detroit been to you so far?
Detroit is good. I've been coming here for about 12 years, so
Okay,
I'm actually consider myself part of the community.
okay, okay.
So, this was where I thought originally the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy would be, because you guys had a lot of schools that were closed down. But unfortunately, the school district in the city really did not help me to find the schools that were in great condition that we could have purchased. So the list that they gave me included your dilapidated schools, so schools that didn't have a roof, didn't have a back on them, was flooded in the basement. And when I asked about the schools that were uninhabited but in better condition, they told me that they wasn't available for sale. And when I asked why, they wouldn't give me any explanation. Now, of course, I know why. They wanted to keep the good schools for the white folks who are taking over Detroit. So I know why. I thought we would be in Detroit. So then we looked at the Catholic schools, and there were several of them that were in our budget. And when it was time to purchase the school, the realtor representing the Archdiocese of Detroit said they needed to see our curriculum. And I said, there's no need for you to see our curriculum. We're purchasing a piece of real estate. Exactly. What we're going to do with it is none of your concern, except that it's still going to be a school. And since I did not send them the curriculum, they refused to sell.
And that's kind of like very unfair because they closed down 200 Detroit public schools. And none of the schools actually needed to be closed down because they were actually in good condition up until about 2008 when the gentrification really started kicking in.
Okay.
And it's also kind of crazy because we have 3 casinos in Detroit that are making record profits. And it was to my understanding that the casinos are always supposed to donate a portion of their proceeds to the school system. So why do we need a financial emergency manager because we're so in debt and we don't have funds to fund it? But meanwhile, in the suburbs, they're building new football stadiums and swimming pools, Olympic-sized swimming pools in the predominantly white, neighborhood. So why is that, and why do you think they wanted to view your curriculum? Do you think there was an ulterior motive?
Well, I think that they were not going to sell anyway because of who I am. What I should have done was sent someone else in for me, which I'm learning that now.
So I agree with him because of who he is, man. I highly doubt that they wanted to sell to him because of the message that he gives, right? So when we talk about going into certain communities that have certain people from certain ethnic groups that have listened to his message, then it's already going to be, if they do decide to sell, it's going to be from a biased standpoint. They're going to start to feel like he's automatically a racist person because of the information that he gives, okay? So, I see that being a reason for them making it hard for him to purchase a building.
Operate through second and third parties because at this stage of the game, even white folk know who Dr. Umar is. Right. So I've been told by some attorneys of friends of mine that it can't be you no more. You're at a point now when they see Dr. Umar Johnson, they're not going to move forward. You have to send other people in. And so that's what I'm doing now. But I don't think they was going to sell to me regardless, even if I gave them the curriculum. I think they wanted the curriculum so they would have some insight into what we will be teaching and how. You see, now, with regard to the 200 schools that Detroit has closed, Philadelphia has dozens of them closed, Chicago has hundreds of them closed, and we also tried to get property in Chicago, but we're met with the same type of resistance. Because simply put, how can we gentrify black people if we allow him to open up a black school?
That's a great point. We're trying to move, people outside of the community that are, we're trying to move them, eat the beings out of the community. We're not trying to move them in the community. If he builds a school inside a community that we're trying to gentrify, then how is that going to help us accomplish our goal? Because if this school becomes successful with him having the type of name that he has, then guess what? He's going to bring more black people to the community, not away from the community. This is something that we have to understand when we talk about, the issues that he's talking about he had when it came to getting schools.
Like to live near the schools that educate their children. So if we're trying to push black people out of Detroit, if we're trying to push black people out of Chicago, we can't do that by allowing an independent black school by a very popular personality in the black consciousness movement. it defeats the whole purpose of gentrification. We're pushing black folks out, but we're going to let him in. It doesn't work. You see, but with that being said, I think that the black community needs to be better organized so we can exert the pressure necessary in order to force the power structure to give us those schools. You understand? Because for a city as black as Detroit, Detroit is about 85% black. It is the blackest of the major cities in the country. I live in Philadelphia, and so we're the only top 10 city where the black population is approximately equal to the white population. But in Detroit, you guys clearly have the numerical majority. So when I was looking for that school in Detroit, I should have had no problem getting one because we wasn't looking for it for free. We were paying for it, and they still didn't want to come up off the school. And I just felt that the black power structure in Detroit should have forced the white power structure to come up off of some of them schools and let us purchase one. Now, the casinos are a very strategic and diabolical political scheme to intensify gentrification. What do I mean by that? It is very difficult for a lot of hopeless people to not entertain the thought that I could get rich overnight with a lucky draw, a lucky roll of the dice, a lucky pull of the slot.
Now, do you understand? See, and this is something that I feel like he kind of educated me on because you see a lot of the first thing that you talk about when they talk about gentrifying certain communities, the first thing that they want to do is move a casino into the neighborhood, and everybody started to get all up and like, oh, a casino is coming to the neighborhood. But what he's basically telling you now is how the casino is used to ultimately push the people out of the community by making them broke through, basically building gambling habits that they can't afford. And it's a tactic that is good. Okay, but we don't think about it this way. People, they know how to associate people having a good time with their demise. Understand that. I told y'all this when it came to the drugs. How they are actually targeting the drugs. They use that against you because they understand that it's something that's going to be that we're going to automatically associate with having a good time.
You see. So the reason you find casinos next to poverty is because people who are impoverished are so desperate to get out of poverty that they will gamble away their week's salary. They will gamble away their title on their home. They will gamble away the note on their automobile in an attempt to make enough money to alleviate the stress and pain that comes with poverty. Because people often ask me, why do they put casinos next to impoverished neighborhoods? To intensify the gentrification. Because if you cannot control your gambling habit, sooner or later, you're going to lose your job and lose your house. So the casino is just another strategy that they use to get rid of black people.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all do y'all investigation, man. And y'all come to y'all conclusion of what y'all think he is. For me personally, I don't think that Dr. Umar, man, is actually trying to scam, man. You don't know how much time and effort it takes for him to be even sitting here right now and doing this interview. Okay? This takes a lot of time away from the time that he could be investing into actually building the schools up. And this is why I say, if we gonna get this done, bro, then we need to get this done as a whole, as a collective whole. Okay? This is something that we should have been working on together. There is no way that it should have, while he's out doing what he does, okay, then, we should have been, the community should have been helping get the school together, okay? This is the issue. Like, I've seen a couple people in the chat say that they want to see him fail. And you will be surprised to know that a lot of people that want to see you fail is going to be of your ethnical group. That's just facts. It's a lot of people who want to see him fail because they have goals and ambitions of being the first person to do what he's doing. You see what I'm saying? But it takes a lot of time for him to actually do what he's doing right now. This ain't easy. Okay? For him to do it from a standpoint in which he's not getting funded. You heard what he said in here. He don't want nobody to fund him because he don't want to be controlled. You feel me? He don't want to be controlled. So I feel like, he's an intelligent ether being, man, and I feel like, man, he's more than capable of actually running the school. Now, the question for me arises is he capable in other areas in terms of financial literacy, okay, of where the money, financial management. Can he manage the money? Can he properly pay the people? I mean, can he manage the money enough to be able to do it without government funding and still be able to pay the people that he wants to work for him, the dietary staff, the janitor, so on and so forth, that's going to need that funding to ultimately be able to take care of their families as well. And that's the issue, okay? And if that is an issue, and this is something that he knows that he's not going to be able to do, then I would say that that's why it's more important for him to try to establish a group of people that's well-rounded in those areas enough to be able to actually, set him up on the right path so that he won't fail. Okay? But as I said, man, y'all be the judge, all right? And so with that being said, if you ain't following me on YouTube, please go over to YouTube and follow me at I am awakened. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at I am awakened_chosen one, man. We most definitely finna cut up over there, right? And I just want to leave you guys I can. I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive. And as always, peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy. Always creates elevation. Ashay.